Have you ever had the problem of needing shoes and also a pair of cleats? The following cleats are an example of the more expensive cleats on the market, but also popular. These are also shoes that people like, but they're also very expensive. You can see that they are expensive, and many families do not have extra money to afford them. I have come up with a solution to this problem. I am Nicholas Berg, and I present to you the U-Bridge. I have played soccer for as long as I can remember, and I played for Harleysville and Blairtown. I'm also the creator of the U-Bridge. The U-Bridge is a soccer cleat that can turn into a shoe by velcroing the attachment of the shoe sole onto the bottom of the cleat. As I said before, the U-Bridge is a soccer cleat that can turn into a shoe. It will be made with big name cleats that fit all the big name players' use. It will be used by velcroing the bottom of the shoe onto the cleat. It will help people in impoverished areas and people that cannot afford both be able to afford them. My process has some ups and downs. I experienced failure along the way. I had to brainstorm the idea, so I came up with the U-Bridge. After, I had to pitch my idea to my peers. An elevator pitch takes as long as it takes to pitch an idea in an elevator, so it's only around 30 seconds. Next, I started a prototype. That prototype was going to be a clay base with a real cleat. That didn't work very well. After I made the clay pieces, I realized that they would chip and break when I walked and stepped on them. So I removed the sole of an old shoe and used that instead. Finally, I made my slide presentation and my speech that I'm showing to you right now. As I said before, I experienced failure throughout the course of my project. I started with a clay base for my cleat to rest on and walk on, but I realized that the clay would break. Then I came up with the idea of using a shoe sole and drilling holes into the bottom of it. That worked perfectly, as you see right here. Also, while I was cutting the shoe sole off of the shoe, the knife broke, so that was a major setback. Some frequently asked questions are, how much will this cost? This will roughly cost $80 to $120, depending on the cleat brand being used. If any of the sole or any of the parts break, there will be replacement kits that you can buy with the hole, or if the project is broken and not working right, call U-Bridge, and we'll send you a new base with no additional costs. Do you have any questions?